Luck. Yes. You have it now? You want to try it? Well, good evening and welcome to another race from IIRL. Tonight it's Baku. It's going to be an interesting race. And it seems like we're going to start. I hope. Yeah, I don't need to enable anything, right? Besides on Twitch. Well, apparently we have some technical issues again. But let's get started anyway. Okay, time to get started. It's very fast track with the long straight. 17 drivers tonight. And who's going to be the first one to go on track? I hear somebody leaving the garage. Who is it? Ross is gonna be the first one tonight. So far only Russ. I see some more cars leaving. Ghost to me know who is reserving tonight. With Alpha as well from John Pants. But let's just stick with Russ so far. I hope you can all hear me well. And having a good week. No, I don't think nobody told me to re-download Twitch. Well, then you have to start the stream again in a 5-minute break, maybe, Tucker? That should fix the problem, but for now qualifying, and Ross is about to start his lap, so let's see what he can do. Lots of 90 degree corners this week, and Ross goes into the first one. Hey Goldilocks, good evening. Going into the tricky part now, Russ. There's few tricky corners. It's important not to hit the curbs here. He cut that nicely into the castle section. Nicely done. Good evening, Demon. What brings you here? Into the last couple quarters for us. What's its time gonna be? And Russ sets the first time at 140.5. Oh, let's see what Ghost can do. He should be the next one for a lap. Goes into second. Almost more than a second slower. John Pants up next, I believe. Going into third. Really close to Ghost. Oh. And that's our first crasher of the evening. GB4 is out of qualifying. I got lucky catching him dead. Night Grill invalidated. Deflated wheel on a lap. He has a Red Bull behind him. Somebody getting a tow or... Good evening, Rich. Big Daddy Kate. How you doing? And Deflated goes into second. 140.5. Felix Bakero went into third. 141.6. Really close, these three guys. And Snack's gonna be the next one to set the lap. Almost finishing up the first sector, snacks. Snacks into the castle section now. Looking good. What can he do? He was pretty fast in practice. Just earlier. Oh, a bit of a slide there. Hope that didn't cost him too much. Oh, and another one. Yeah. We're gonna feel that the whole straight, and it's a long straight. I know it's just skate. And Nigro goes into the fastest time so far, 140.460. Well done. Adrian's on the lap as well. It looks purple, but the game isn't already worried. But Adrian is a fast driver. It wouldn't surprise me if he was the fastest so far in the first sector. Nice going there by Adrian's. Just a few more corners before we can go onto the straight. Adrian on the straight. What's his time gonna be? And he's so close. Going into third. Those top four are really close together. Separated by a tenth, less than a tenth. We have the Sun God on the outlap. Hungry Thrones. Mr. Wiggles goes into the fastest time, 140.2. Let's see what Hungry Throne can do. Will his time be good enough? We're only gonna lose 2 people in Q1. Because we're only 17 tonight. And he goes into 7th. 141. Let's see. The Sun God about to start his lap. Let's stick with him. It's quite... Whoa! And a spin from the Sun God. And everybody going into the pits. Ghost is on the outlap as well. Pelly about to start his lap. One car ahead of him. Hope he's paying attention. He gets out of the way. Smaller Smiley, I believe it is. Well, the top two already retiring, feeling confident, going through. We're only gonna lose one, because GB4 didn't set a time before he crashed out, so... He's gonna start in 17. And we're gonna lose one. A couple of guys still need to set a lap. Pelly is doing that. We have Smaller Smiley behind him. I think Josh just started his lap. And Greg is on the out lap as well. But he did set a time as well. What is it gonna be for Pelly? A 142. That might not be enough if everybody sets a time. Let's go with Josh. Let's see what he can do. Our qualifying beast so far this season. Has the most poles. Just had an unlucky race. Last one in Monaco. Yeah, you would probably be really good at it, right, Demon? I can try, but I'm probably not as good. Good evening, Patch. How are you doing? I thought you were driving, by the way. I need to pay more attention. Sometimes. Well, Josh on his lap. Where is it gonna put him? I expect this will be a pretty good time. And it's the fastest, almost going in the 139s. A 140.093. Fastest so far tonight. Smaller Smiley on a lap as well. Bladdy's still in the pits and still needs to set a time. Oh, it seems like Bladdy has some problems. That's a shame. Oh, and Smaller Smiley is going back into the pits without setting a time. He does have some time left, but he's got to be quick. Oh, and Ghost having some issues as well. The two Ferraris really close. Oh, and the Sun God goes into the pits as well, without setting a time. So, who is gonna be the one that's not gonna go through if 3 people don't set a time? And we only lose one. That's gonna be interesting. We have Pelly on the outlap. Smallest Smiley started one. And we have Greg on the lap as well. Sun God has to be really fast. I don't think he's gonna make it. No, he's not gonna make it with the lap times. So no time for the Sun God and for Pletty and for GB because he crashed out. Hungry Throne retired, Snacks retired. Yeah, 1 minute left. Smaller Smiley has a shot to set a time. Ghost is on another outlap. He should be safe. Well, smaller Smiley is gonna start his lap. Yellow flag in the second sector. That's Ghost. He's not gonna be in time to start his lap. Pelly went back in the pits, so it's just smaller Smiley. In theory, you could just do a 2 minute and still get through, right? Oh, and he spins. So smaller Smiley just has to set a time and then he will get through, but it's gonna be interesting to see who's we're gonna lose. Sun God or Pletty. Both didn't set a time. A smaller Smiley goes into 14th. So he's through. Josh P1, Mr. Wiggles P2, Nigrail P3, Ross P4, Adrian's P5, Deflated P6, Snacks P7, Hungry Throne P8, Felix Bakero P9, Ghost 10, John Pants 11, Greg 12, Pelly in 13, Smiley in 14th, and GB4 in 15th. So we already have somebody who's gonna drop out in Q2. So here we go again, Q2. Couple people looked really fast, but it was really close in Q1. That's nice to see. That's gonna be interesting for the race. with this long straight. So a few people going out. Who's the first one? We have Mr. Wiggles and Ghost Domino going out of the pits. John Pants as well, Snacks as well, and a couple more joining. And Mr. Wiggles is passed by Ghost. So Ghost is going to be the first one to set a lap time. Few drivers choosing to remain in the pits. Felix Bakero, Josh, Smaller Smiley, Adrian's and Deflated Wee, all still in the pits. Opening the DRS, and let's see what Ghost can do in his first flying lap. Oh, having a moment there. Not ideal. That's gonna cost him some time. Ghost looks fast here. Those last couple corners. Just hitting the curb slightly. One minor mistake or moment, but so far Ghost looks pretty fast. Onto the straight, Ghost flat out. He isn't using that much wing because his top speed is pretty high. Mr. Wiggles in 140.4. I think he went faster in Q1. We have Snacks going second at 140.9. And John Pants at 145, so he's probably gonna try again. Oh, he has no ERS, so he has to save first. And Hungry Throne going into fourth now. Ross taking second place. Who's gonna be next? Greg went into sixth. And we have Pelly now. The last that's gonna set a lap time at the moment. Some people on outlaps as well. And Pelly 141.1. And next up is Adrian, I believe. He's almost gonna start his flying lap. Just 3 people on the out lap, the rest already set a time. John Pence probably wants to improve his time a bit more, so maybe he is on another attempt, but the rest is probably just going back to the pits. While Adrian's is on the back straight. Looks like he had a slight moment there. Adrian's. So Mr. Wiggles the fastest so far with a 140.4. 4 tenths faster than Ross. It's not going as fast as Q1 is going so far. But maybe Adrian can change that. About to finish his lap. And Adrian goes fastest, so 140.3. Well done from him. I think the deflated wheel is on a lap as well. Oh, he has some traffic there. Who's that in front of him? Yes, a Williams in front of him. Is that Mr. Wiggles? Or is it Ross? He's getting a nice toe there. Deflated. That's gonna help him. Going into third. A 140.5. And Nigrail, the first one in the 139s. Well done. Almost 5 tenths faster than Adrian's in P2. That's a great lap from him. Ghost is on another out lap. Adrian's is probably gonna pit. We have the 2 Haases here. About to set the time. Smallest Smiley the first one. And Mr. Wiggles retires. Feeling confident that he's fast enough to go through. Smallest Smiley going into 10th. What's his teammate gonna do? Into 7th. I think Ghost is on the lap. Whoa, and Ghost having a moment. That's not gonna help him. He needs to improve. Josh is gonna set a lap. Let's see what Josh can do. Can he go into the 139s as well? Joining Nigrail. The last 5 minutes of Q2. Gonna decide which 4 drivers we're gonna lose. So far it's Josh, John Pants, Greg and Smaller Smiley. Josh is on the lap, so looking good. but there's still a long way to go. Josh looking fast as always. To this tricky corner. And Night Grail retires from the session as well. Confident as well. But can Josh be this time? We're about to find out. And Josh goes into the fastest time, a 1:39.7. Wow, nice lap. Just needed one try. So now John Pants, Greg, Smaller Smiley and Ghost are in trouble. Ghost, Smaller Smiley and John Pants are in the pits. Greg is on track, improving 3/10, but he needs way more. He needs like 1.5 seconds. Can Greg improve in his time? About to finish the second sector. And he's 1.4 seconds up, so he is improving a lot. That's gonna be close. He needs to find a little bit more. Ghost and Pelly on the outlap as well. Smaller Smiley and John Pants still in the pits. They have to hurry up. John Pants out of the pits now. He's gonna go for another try. Oh, so close for Greg. A bit over a tenth on Felix Bakero in 9th. Well, Smaller Smiley also comes out of the pits. He has to be a bit fast. Who's the first one? Well, we missed Snacks going into third. 140.2. Oh, other horses battling each other on the outlap. Not sure what's going on there. So Pelly is on the lap. Oh. Or is he starting one now? He's starting one now, so let's see what he can do. Ghost on the lap as well, in front of him. Improving, almost 2/10. And Pelly invalidates, so if somebody improves, Pelly is out. And Ghost invalidated as well. So Ghost is out as well. Not enough time to get another lap going. And the two horses still together. They gave each other a tow. That's brave from Felix Bakero, because he's just in 9th. Ghost isn't gonna improve. So we just have Smaller Smiley and John Pants left. Smaller Smiley isn't improving. Let's see what John Pants is doing. Oh, he's improving quite a lot. I think he still needs to find a bit more. Last couple of corners, I wouldn't say. Technically they are on the straight now, out of ERS. Into 7. Well done. From last to 7. Pushing Felix Bakero out. And Smiley is improving 8/10. Ross is in danger. Oh, and it's 3,000. Oh, that's a small margin. You're complaining about my accent again, Kay? You better not cheer for somebody tonight, Kate. Don't ruin Ross's race by cheering for him. So that's it for Q2. We're gonna lose Smaller Smiley, Felix Bakero, Greg and Ghost Tamino. I didn't expect that from Ghost. He's been pretty fast when he reserved in 81. But maybe it's not his track. And Jar's fastest so far tonight, a 1:39. He wasn't the first, but he did set the fastest. So 10 drivers left. And who's gonna take the pole? Is it Josh again? Nigrail looks fast as well, or maybe some of the outsiders, Snacks, Wiggles, Adrians, or maybe even Ross. So this is going to be interesting. The last 10, 12 minutes of mayhem left. Yeah, I'm not Scottish, so I'm not trying, and I'm definitely not gonna show my Scottish accent. I can't. It's gonna insult the Scottish people, so I'll just keep it with my thick accent. So if that's okay with you. No, and it's probably it's probably just me gonna end up, quoting lines of Braveheart. So yeah, let's not do the Scottish accent. It's not gonna suit me well or the Scottish people. So let's focus on the core business, qualifying. Mr. Wiggles in front of them. I think he has Russ behind him, closely following. And Snacks is out there as well. I wouldn't even know how. So Mr. Wiggles is gonna be the first one, but Ross is really close. Is he looking for a toe? Let's stick with Mr. Wiggles for now. Let's see what he can do. Ross still pretty close, so he's gonna get a slipstream from Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, don't mess up Snack's race as well, Kate. Just cheer for Patch tonight. No, Patch isn't racing, so at least nobody will get hurt from Kate's cheering. So let's see what Mr. Wiggles is doing. And the gap seems a bit bigger between Ross and Mr. Wiggles. An important corner to get right, because it's gonna help you on the straight. And yeah, you could cheer for Demon as well. That's gonna work out as well. While Mr. Wiggles is coming onto the finish line at 139.8. Ross not that fast, but another one. Oh, and Snack's so close, 40.1. Deflated Wee. Oh, just missed that. A 40.1. John Pants is gonna be next. What's his time gonna be? A 141.7. Night Grail invalidated. Adrian's, no, the other. Pelly. Oh, I missed Hungry Throne. He goes into fourth with 140.3. Now Pelly is gonna be the. Oh. And Josh improving his fastest time even more, or 139.4. 3/10 gap with Mr. Wiggles in P2. And Adrian's coming onto the straight now. Can he beat that? No, but he goes into second, 139.7. So everybody set a lap time, except for Night Grail. He went into the pits straight after his invalidation, and he's driving out again now. Is everybody else going into the pits? Probably. Fladed. Jump Pants go into the pits as well. Pretty sure everybody will go into the pits. So round one, and the winner is Josh so far with a 139.4. Adrian's the second, 139.7. Closely followed by Mr. Wiggles in third. But it's really close. Number 4, 5, 6. All close together. And we have somebody leaving the pits. while we're watching Nigel, who's gonna start his lap. About to start his lap. Mr. Wiggles went out again as well. Pretty early. There's still time. 5 minutes left. But pressure is on for Nigel because he didn't set a time yet. He's been up there the whole qualifying, so interesting to see what he can do. While we see Ross leaving the pits in the background. That's a fast for first sector, 34.8. I don't think I've seen anybody under the 135. Slide there from Nigel. That's gonna cost him time. Ooh, I think he slightly clipped the wall there. I just heard something. Taking quite some risk. And a few seconds left, and then we know where Nigel is gonna be. His first sector looked really fast. Is he gonna be faster than Josh? No, but he's really close. A tenth. He puts himself in second between Josh and Adrian's. And Ross is just starting his lap now. There's somebody up ahead as well. I think it's Mr. Wiggles. Oh, and he's improving as well. 2 tenths up in the first sector. That's gonna put him in first at the moment. Adrian's going out of the pits now. They're pretty late all. Josh as well now. Or is it Snacks? At least some people are leaving the pits. What's Mr. Wiggles gonna do? Is he gonna improve? Can he find some time and get the pole from Josh? He did find some time, but not enough to put him in third. Who's gonna be next? I believe it's Ross. Ross almost 9 tenths up. Going into the 139s as well. Oh, this is gonna be so close. Is Ross gonna improve? Fifth, also in the 139, so 139.8. And we have Hungry Throne on a lap. And quite some people on the outlap as well. 6 drivers. And Nigro's in the pits, so that's qualifying for him. Yeah, and Hungry Throne isn't improving. Oh, and we have a late joiner, I think. The Red Bull is getting a tow here. Is it gonna help Snacks? Oh, he's just gonna start a lap. So we have the 2 Red Bulls just started the lap. The Mercedes behind them. I think Adrian's is going to be the first one. He improved slightly in the first sector. And Ross is over the finish line, so that's done for him. Adrian's 2.5 tenths up. Oh, and Adrian's losing it. So P4 for him. All other drivers. He's not in the race for other drivers. I think John Pence is the first one now, or his teammate Pelly. Pelly going into 6th. John Pence now. Let's see what he can do. He improves his time, but not the position. It's next gonna be also in the 139s. And Mr. Wiggles improving as well. Is he gonna steal the pole? Oh, and Mr. Wiggles taking the pole. What a lap from Mr. Wiggles. I didn't expect that. At the last seconds, a 139.350. The fastest so far tonight. That's amazing. Really amazing. So that's our top 10. Mr. Wiggles in front. Josh in second. Nigrail in third. Adrian's fourth. Ross in fifth. Deflated in 6th, Snacks in 7th, Pelly in 8th, Hungry Throne in 9th, and John Pants in 10th. We're just gonna restart the stream quickly so we can get the co-streamer working. So I hope to see you back in just a minute.